Okay, but you guys like me, guys, the same way I'm leading you guys, you all have to lead your team the same way. Step in. You guys are coming to this place to talk about these vulnerable things that you can't talk to anybody else about. Guess what's going on for your employees or your team members? They literally have nobody. They're dealing with some of the same shit and they literally have nobody. Because the way we were all taught, trained, and conditioned growing up, at least this was my way, you keep business and family personal. You're here to do a job, leave your family shit at home. I don't have time for it.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't work very good.
Doesn't work very good. And now they're like, well, this guy doesn't give two shits about me. Screw the money. Okay. So Corey, what's coming up for you as we go through that? I see you're taking notes.
I was just kind of going back to the vision thing and like leading a team. When a person does get to the point where you take that over, like that leading the team becomes a key factor. And just like what you were talking about, leave your family shit at home and your business stuff is business. Like that kind of hit home just a little bit, because the only way you can get your team members to get on board with what you want to do and essentially make you successful is to get them into a place where they're wanting to do the shit you want them to, whether it's good stuff, bad stuff, or whatever, but they're at least on the same page with you as far as, hey, we want to get to X. So in order to get to X, we all have to function at a high level.
Yeah. Have you guys, some of you probably seen the movie Act of Valor? It came back out in like 2011 or 12 or something like that. But I watched it the other day because it came up, and I watched it back in the day too. But what was interesting, it's about SEAL team going over, obviously doing some shit, right? But before they actually take off on the plane, they're meeting with their family, and they get around the bonfire to have a conversation. And the conversation is just with the men, the wives, and the kids are sitting over there. But Corey, what do you think that conversation was about?
I don't know. I haven't actually seen that movie, but I would
making sure that everything was on point with the family at home, finances, kids, everybody, so that when they fully step into going on doing whatever they were doing, everybody was focused.
Yep. Which makes big sense, because if you don't have everybody focused, then it's going to eventually come back and steal your own focus because you're wondering what's going on with them.
Yeah, and
that's what we deal with right now in a family operation. You're always like, oh, why is he being pissed off today, or why is somebody off what they normally are? Why are they not being the same they normally are? Well, then that steals your focus from anything else you got going that day.
Yep. And my granddad ran the environment to where it wasn't okay to even talk about problems. Like, you're here to do a job, do your job, go home. Well, then it's like, I can't have somebody working on something or spending money for me or running equipment when mentally I know that, yeah, they may physically be in my $200,000 sprayer, but mentally, are they there? Are they focused? Or some other baggage and shit that we have not handled yet?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Brooks, it's the exact same thing for you, man. You gotta, like, there's gotta be a mission statement. You could have a vision for the farm operation, but you can also have a vision and a mission for just like fall harvest. Hey guys, it's gonna be chaotic here for 3 weeks. Let's get our shit on point and make sure we're focused so it's a smooth ride, or as smooth as it can. But you gotta have the vision too. And Bennett, I see you on here, man. Like, dude, like with how many guys you have, it's the same freaking thing. Same freaking thing going on for a lot of you. So again, guys, like it's not even, we go back to your statement here, Brooks, tell them what I expect. No, like we're leading them to results as a team. Like, where do we want to go collectively here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you see as the first initial things that you need to get knocked out here?
Well, write down what I expect or what I want of the daily task, and also like the end goal of harvesting.
Okay. And what's the end goal for you?
Well, not to tear a bunch of stuff up and have a bunch of repairs that are unnecessary because we were not paying attention.
Okay. So.
And then also, screw
the finances. Okay, screw the finances, because there's people running that equipment, and we know people get killed and harvest all the time. Right. So how about we start off with something a little bit less? Hey, take care of my money versus like,
Yeah.
hey, let's be safe. Let's make sure that we're paying attention to equipment. Let's make sure we're watching out for each other, making sure we're hitting all these checkpoints, whether it's you guys are firing off horns before you fire up a piece of equipment, or you're backing up, make sure horns are going off and everybody knows, like those types of things. Bring them in there, because when you start doing that, they're like, holy shit, okay, Brooks is like put some time into this and dude cares about me.
Yeah.
Right. And then all of that leads to, if somebody's getting ready to back up a piece of equipment and, there's another piece of equipment behind them and they're not paying attention, they back up into it. Yeah, it's gonna be pissed. But if you set the standard from the beginning, hey, let's be safe when you're backing up, make sure we're going to all set a standard that we're honking horns, letting everybody know on the radio when we're doing this or whatever it is, that just setting it from that frame point will keep them from making the financial mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you're saying it in a way that you're still getting the message across with being safe.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's taking care of watching each other's back. We're a team here. And if somebody's off point, then we're all off point and it impacts all of us. So let's get together here. That just having that conversation will keep them from making financial mistakes.
Yeah. Makes sense.